Alright, hello everybody and welcome to A Good Death, Skyrim Permadeath series where the difficulty is always legendary and each new character start, character class, character whatever, oh that Whispers guy is going crazy over there in the background, the yellow highlight. Yeah, so anyway, promotional stuff, blah blah blah. Do that thing where you know, click the like button and then move over and click the subscribe button. Helps me out a lot. Free clicks for you. You get the gist, right? Alright, yep, alright, so now we're fighting. Oh my god, alright. Cursed stream. It's cursed.
Wait. Must be gone
No,
now.
we can't wait any longer. Alright, well, let's just hop into it right now. We have some imminent danger here. I don't know what's going on down here. I'll do my greetings and say hi to everybody in just a second. Alright. Starting it off strong by fighting some stormcloaks.
Figured.
Alright. I don't remember where I was. But anyway, Mr. B, welcome. Tried Redoran out. Don't think my PC can handle it. I'll have to go watch the archive of it. I love, you know, watching people play Wabbajack lists because then I don't have to spend all that time downloading this stuff, right? To check it out. Deep Voice is a YouTuber who streams a lot of different Wabbajack lists, and I find it to be an invaluable resource, not because I plan on playing any Wabbajack lists anytime soon. I'm happy with the mod list that I have right now, but if something happened and I lost my mod list, my install, as you know, it happens every once in a while. As encumbrance, fine. I'd like to be able to spin back up soon and try some of those Wabbajack lists out, you know. And Icarus, welcome to you, friend. Gotta say, I'm enjoying your Saga series. I don't comment on all the videos because I'm oftentimes in the gym on the treadmill or whatever, and it's just really hard to type. But I do always leave you a like. I think Hasim's my favorite. Gotta say. Stylistically, I really like the Bone Weaver. Stylistically, all your characters are awesome, but Hasim the Vampire Assassin probably is my favorite. And Magus, welcome, welcome, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Heard you were out and about a little bit lately, enjoying the world. That's good. It's good for you to do that every once in a while. Okay, so now we are headed to
What have you got?
Blackreach. Yeah, as I think my little ouch. Okay, that really hurt. I wasn't looking for that second one there. Wow, this frost roll's tough. Just let the lingering fire take care of him. Here you go. Ouch. That was messy. Yeah, as I said in the Discord description, I hope I don't get lost. I think I might just make a beeline for Mazarth, but there's also Sendarian Serendipity, which gives you a chance to double your potion count when you mix one up. I don't think I need that already. I already have Double Toil and Trouble, which gives you an automatic 2 potions every time you mix one. But if we're able to, you know, collect, I think it needs to be 30, so I do have the perk where I collect double ingredients as well. If I can find 15 of those, did not mean to do that, hit the button on accident. Wow, this is really a busy, treacherous road where I'm trying to go here.
You're dead.
Okay,
That'll teach you.
gotcha. And I think I need to go back upstairs. May as well check what this storeroom has anyway. Enigmatic Nomad, welcome, welcome. And Gray Sky got off work today. He took the day off just so he could watch my stream. That's what I keep telling myself. I like to imagine him calling up his boss. He's like, boss, listen, there's this guy on YouTube. His name's Karn114. I think that's his real name too. He does these awesome Skyrim Permadeath streams, and I really got to catch one on Saturday, so If you could not schedule me, that'd be great. And his boss kind of like looks pissed off for a minute, but it's not because he's pissed. He's just intense because he loves Skyrim so much, and he goes, done, and slams the phone. And then subscribes to my channel. Ah! Alright.
No.
I hear one. I don't see him. Oh, I was blocking him from my camera.
Figured.
My character model. I'm gonna need to clean up my combat here. This is kind of embarrassing. Whoops. Sorry about that, Serana. You're a vampire too. That's gonna hurt a little bit. This is actually, I think, the spot where certain Creation Club content is found, and I don't remember exactly what. Maybe it's something like Wraithguard and Sunder. Maybe. But you know what? I'm sorry, we got other things to do. We got Blackreach today, so I can't allow myself to get too distracted with stuff here. So I don't want to go too far into this Dwemer ruin when I got another one that I gotta dive into. Konnichiwa, says Left-Handed Jedi. Konnichiwa to you too. Origato. Oh no, Gray Sky doesn't have the day off. He's heading back to the terminal. I think he commented on one of my posts earlier that he said he might have the day off, but I guess he doesn't. That's all right. That's all right. I still like the thought of that scenario that I ran through my own head, though. That is going to be the reality that I choose to remember. The Tool of Kagranak, indeed. Yeah, I don't have the Creation Club content from the Anniversary Edition installed on this profile. I will for the next character, that's for sure. Now, which way is easier? Up around the right or up around the left over here? Probably up around the left over here. Yeah, this will work. Kagranak's Tool. Yeah, Kagranak's Tool exploded and blasted all the Dwemer into a different space-time. Did you find something, or is it just because I got my weapons out? Okay. Just follow my lead. Let's see, I see another Ice Wraith over there. Gonna be able to make this jump over here? Dare I? Dare I try it? YOLO! Oh man, that hurt more than I thought it would. That was kind of scary. And we got Ice Wraiths. Alright, how is the charge level on my... Ooh, not great. Thought there was another one. Yep, there's another one over there too. Boo. Ah! Strudel scared me. Wonder what Kagranak's Tool tastes like? It probably tastes a lot like Dwarven oil. Is my guess.
Tough day for you.
In fact, I wouldn't be surprised that that's where all the Dwarven oil comes from. Wow, we're getting started early today, aren't we? with the innuendo. Wow, it has been an eventful trip just to... What's this place called? Alftand. All this just to get to Blackreach. Who knows what hijinks are in store? Wow, okay, I don't know what the heck hit me so hard. Must have been an Ice Wraith. Smells like a winking skeever. Alftand Ruined Tower. Okay, something tells me this is a modded area. Well, let's try the Ruined Tower. Yes, Strudel, definitely picked the right time to arrive. Hybrid Avenger, welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well, friend. I promised myself I wouldn't get sidetracked by these little side dungeons and stuff when we got Blackreach to go through.
Knew I heard something.
Okay, if you think I'm making quick work of these guys, I am definitely on legendary difficulty. We're doing a legendary permadeath here, but we're on level 43 now on Ordinator, and I'm running mods where you take extra perks. I'm using Dirty Weasel's Uncapper config that awards you an extra perk every 5 points. So, yeah, he's pretty strong now. Going forward, I'm just going to be using vanilla leveling for a bit anyway. I might reintroduce the Uncapper and kind of balance things from there, but yeah, I mean, just last stream we did get our life depleted down to 0 before the Loverstone stepped in and gave us a saving roll. So we are quite strong, but we are also a glass cannon, as a lot of high-level legendary characters tend to be. Using Valkyrie currently? Yeah, Valkyrie's a good one. And it does seem more balanced than Ordinator, but Ordinator has the breadth of gameplay types that I like. I like to do a lot of buildcraft, and Ordinator I think is still the shining gold standard for different builds that you can do in buildcraft, I think. You also have your Volcrinator Black that kind of combine the two in different ways. That's a bit much. Might be a little too strong. This is a bandit. And whose horse is this? Using Valkyrie 2 myself from Ordinator. Yeah, I feel like if you're going for like a balanced fun gameplay playthrough, Volcrinator is probably better in a lot of ways. But yeah, I'm a buildcraft guy, and I need to have all those options, so Ordinator it is for me. Looks like that was a merchant's horse. Got waylaid by bandits. So we get to kill the bandits, be the good guy, and we get to reap the rewards as well. One thing I wanted to check. Got plenty of booze, got a little bit of water, probably not enough. I can probably pick up some water in Blackreach though. Plenty of food, plenty of booze. We should be good. You did use Ordinator before? You definitely need the extra perk points every other level for Ordinator, so many perks. Yeah, so that's the thing. I actually think that Ordinator was balanced to use the vanilla perk reward system. 1 perk every level. Too many and it becomes overpowered. But if you are forced to think hard about your perk choices and limit yourself to what's available, then that's when the buildcraft really shines, in my opinion, because you can't just be like a master of all trades, right? You have to pick and choose what you're really good at and what you're going to use with your predetermined playstyle. Granted, yeah, if you want to just kind of explore and get all the perks and have a really long playthrough where you do everything, then yeah, you probably are going to want some extra perks. I would agree with you there. If you're looking to play a certain way, if you're looking to flesh out a specific character concept where you want to explore just like a combination of a couple of different mechanics, then you probably want to use vanilla leveling system. Vanilla perk rewards. That's my 2 cents. Now, more perks will get you to your chosen playstyle faster, but then it also dilutes a well-defined playstyle too, or a well-defined build, because then you have all these extra perks that you don't know what to do with, so you just start throwing it in alchemy and enchanting and smithing, and every build kind of becomes homogenous at that point if you can just craft up legendary gear for everybody. I go with 1 extra perk at 50, 75, 100. Okay. Those are some high levels there, Strudel. That's why I like Sky Shards for extra perks. Sky Shards are cool because they encourage on-foot exploration. So much of the vanilla design of this game kind of encourages fast travel, and like you discover a place once and then you get the map marker and then you fast travel somewhere else to, you know, offload loot or whatever. But with Sky Shards and things like the Wild Shrines and the Spirit Tutors and stuff in Ordinator, it really encourages you to keep that on foot, slow, thorough exploration going. And I think the game is actually better for it because this world that they crafted is beautiful, and there's a lot to discover behind like nooks and crannies and things like that that you wouldn't see if you're just fast traveling everywhere and finding map markers. How's the Shadow of Skyrim mod? Okay, let's see. It's a good mod with Sky Shadow. Are you having fun with the Scorpion build? I am having a lot of fun with the Scorpion build. I have a couple of episodes already scheduled for release. One coming up Wednesday, the other coming up the Wednesday after that. Shadow of Skyrim is excellent. I've been having a lot of fun with it. Dare I say I like it better than Permadeath because I get to actually take a character concept to completion. But that's kind of a subjective thing, you know. I like Permadeath better for live streams because it conveys that sense of tension. Shadow of Skyrim does have a lot of tension to it too, though, because those death penalties are nothing to sneeze at. Oh, swing and a miss. He liked you, Sorana. He's getting a little grabby. Robotic arms grabbing at her vampire boobies. That's why I like this current Ordinator setup. Those perks I have saved will go into alternate trees like Dragonborn tree. Oh, nice. Levels in the skill, not character. Oh, okay. That's that's better. I was like, you're taking your characters up to level 100? You're hardly going to see those extra perks. Not sure whether that came from Ordinator or something else. That's probably an uncapper INI setting. Or just a mod. Actually, Ordinator does have the optional files, now that I think of it, that gives you extra perks because people were begging for them. You should also do a mod showcase of Shadow of Skyrim. I know there are other videos, but I'd like to see your take. Yeah, so about that, the Scorpion series will be kind of a showcase of mods too. And definitely whenever I die with Scorpion, we showcase Shadow of Skyrim. So I don't know if I need one in particular. I still do want to. I'm still working on the Druid, the Triumvirate Druid build guide. That thing's, I just got it fully written last night. I finished the writing. I'm about halfway through recording
remember how to fight.
Dialogue for it. But I want to do like a Horned Lord form guide. So there are some smaller projects in the pipeline that I'm working on, and bigger ones. The Shadow of Skyrim, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. Yeah, the Scorpion playthrough will heavily feature Shadow of Skyrim. So one of the gameplay rules that I'm using for Scorpion is that I'm not using a follower unless I need to go kill a nemesis, which I've already done for episode 2. It's been awesome. So I should die plenty. I'll shout out your first episode for the score. Oh, awesome. Thanks. Yeah, coming out Wednesday. I don't know, man. Shadow of Skyrim for live is better, in my opinion, because you're solid at combat. We don't really have to worry about you dying unless trap or something. At high levels. I think once we get to this point, then yeah, Shadow of Skyrim might be a little better. But I want to get it balanced so that it's a rare thing to get to this level, you know?
No. Now end this as a
Let's get the blood flowing again.
Ooh, this guy's tricky with that axe. Got a lot of health regeneration on that. Normal permadeath is kind of a pandemic thing. Oh, you're saying it's out of style? Yeah, it's kind of lost it kind of had a moment, didn't it? And I think the moment's kind of passed. I don't know. I still want to try to balance it. To me, it's an interesting challenge to get Ordinator balanced in a way that it stays challenging in permadeath. Now, I realize that no matter how you try to balance your game at a certain level with Ordinator, you're going to become a god. And we are almost there already. In fact, I would say that if I were making full use of my potions and all the tricks in my book, that I would be there already. Oh my god, Serana, you scared me with that zombie. I thought he came back for me. Oh, this is his friend. This is his brother or friend or whoever it is. Wow. Serana, you're kind of sick. Kind of sick, and I kind of love it. Hanzo Hazashi. Yeah, so he's going to start off. It's not going to be Scorpion from the get-go. It's going to be a Scorpion origin story. Ooh, a black soul gem. So he's going to start off as a sellsword named Hanzo Hazashi. Oh my god. Here we go. Platforming in Skyrim has always been a pain. So we're going to follow his journey as Hanzo Hazashi for a while, but we will transition to Scorpion, the Wraith, the Spectre known as Scorpion, at some point after that. I got some story beats planned. Should be a good time. I'm just worried that people are going to be flocking to the channel seeing advertisements for a Scorpion playthrough, and then they're not going to see Scorpion. They're going to see some just regular guy. It's like, no, he's going to become Scorpion, and then we're going to have a good time. Then it's going to be all blades and hellfire and harpoons after that. But we got to get to that point first. Because once we're Scorpion, it's like
That'll teach you.
the Shadow of Skyrim stuff starts to happen a little less because Scorpion's like super powerful. But, you know, in the game, Scorpion does get defeated and he gets sent back to the Nether Realms and always seems to fight his way back. So I'm trying to get to Scorpion quickly, I think, is the goal. Hey, the Wind, welcome, welcome. Yeah, my highest level character is more or less untouchable. I use him primarily for checking stuff. Okay. Is it safe to assume that your highest level character is your oldest character? Would that be Darda, maybe? Or is it somebody before your saga? A build shift, I like it. Yeah, I love a dynamic turning point in a long playthrough, right? It should be fun for me since I have zero concept of what Scorpion is. Oh yes, Scorpion is the yellow ninja in Mortal Kombat. You've probably seen him before. Mortal Kombat is such like it's a strong presence in pop culture for the last Well, I don't know, probably stronger in the 90s during the whole violence in video games spree, the first one anyway. Where certain politicians with certain orifices that were way too tight decided that video games were the crux of all evil in the world. And it was D&D before that. Fun stuff. Yeah, he's the yellow guy. He's got firepower. He's billed as a ninja by the Mortal Kombat team, but he doesn't really do much sneaking. He's really more of a, I would say, a pyromancer spell sword, if we're putting it into Elder Scrolls terms. And he was killed in a very unjust way, a very unhonorable way, and sent to hell, where he only became stronger. He let his hatred and his need for vengeance fuel him to become stronger. He was able to harness the hellfire there. Fought his way back out of hell. Turned out he was being manipulated by a sorcerer. Killed that sorcerer and became a good guy again.
What have you got?
In a nutshell. There was a lot of drama in between. It is a good story, yeah. I think it's surprisingly good. People think Mortal Kombat and they think just this dumb, gory beat-em-up game, which it is. But they've done a really good job of fleshing out like the world building and the narratives of these characters, I think. The Mortal Kombat series went strong even through the decline of fighting games through the 2000s. So they were able to keep getting budget and working on sequels and crossovers and different story beats the whole time. So there's a lot of good stuff in there. Mortal Kombat. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, the one who's technically dead and doesn't ogle? Okay, I gotcha. That's the one. Dar's mostly retired. That's fair. The 90s were a great time. The Satanic Panic. Too occupied with being adult in the 90s. Oh, yeah, I guess I know how that goes. I know not Mortal Kombat aside from the fact that it existed. That's fair. Mortal Kombat theme slaps. It does indeed. I wish I could use it without getting like copyright slapped. Scorpion is Japanese and Sub-Zero is Chinese. Trying to think of, well, there have been like 3 different Sub-Zeros, 3 different characters who carried the moniker Sub-Zero, right? And I always forget the name of the original one who became Noob Saibot. It's like Lin Bui or Lin Bu. No, Lin Kuei is the name of their guild, of their assassins guild, the rival ones of Scorpion's Shirai Ryu.
Still remember how to fight.
Oh, hit the wrong hunk of metal there. Swing and a miss. Oh, these guys are squirrely. All right. Feeling just a little sloppy today. Hopefully that's not a dark portent. A bad omen. People use the term bad omen a lot. Is that redundant? Aren't omens always bad? Doesn't the word omen imply something bad is going to happen? Or is there such a thing as a good omen? Basically just farming for enchantments at this point. I think I have most of them. I'm sure I don't have all of them. Once encumbrance gets too high, I'll throw down my enchanting supplies from Hunterborn and we can disenchant them to make room. Bihan, I think you're right. I think you are right. Shang Tsung would also be interesting. I've been kicking that around in my head. While I record the Scorpion series, the next thing on the list, it's not going to be like a Let's Play series or anything, not going to be a whole lot of roleplay, but I'm going to do a build concept centered around Magus's Nemesis armor. It's the Nemesis armor from...
Who's there? Figured.
What's the name of the mod that's the standalone game? People like it better than Skyrim. I don't remember. But anyway, yeah. The Nemesis build.
Wait.
Looking forward to that.
Done and done.
And that's going to be my just plays. Like when I just want to play Skyrim and explore build concepts and things that I can do with gameplays and stuff, I'll be playing that. Between recordings of Scorpion, which is more of a narrative let's play, and the live streams, obviously. Enderal is the one I was thinking of. Thank you. I knew it started with an E. Shadow of Mordor? Enderal. Yeah, Shadow of Mordor, I don't think is a mod. That's a standalone game. That's also one that I really want to play. I think I would really like it. It looks cool. I've seen some YouTube videos of people playing it at a high level, and it looks pretty awesome. And I think the popularity of it suffered from EA really overly monetizing it on launch.
Oh no, you don't.
And people just kind of collectively groaned and decided not to buy it because of the microtransactions at launch. But they have since fixed it. And I think if it weren't for that, it probably would have been like one of the must-have games of the last, you know, I don't know, 5 or 10 years. However long ago that came out. Probably 10 years. I bet it was longer than 5 years at this point. Nemesis armor set. Yeah, there you go. Plug it. It's an awesome set. Oh my god, master level lock. Okay, you know what? I have a potion for this, being the alchemist. Look at that, 83% easier. Okay, let's see if that actually helps at all. Oh, it does. Found the sweet spot right away anyway. There we go, helped out a lot. You 100%ed Shadow of Mordor? Got that platinum trophy? Nice. Yeah, that might actually be a fun couch game to play. I already have it in my Steam library. I got it on sale for like, I don't know, 10 bucks or something like that during a winter sale or something like that. And I knew I was going to play it at some point, so I just went ahead and bought it while it was cheap. That was probably years ago now. Still haven't gotten around to it, but it is on the list. This year is tough for, this is going to be backlog poison this year because so many great games coming out, especially in the second half of the game of the year. We had Hogwarts Legacy earlier, which I kind of fell off on. It didn't capture me for very long. I just kind of felt like I'd rather play Skyrim after a certain point. Good game though. And then let's see, we had Resident Evil 4 remake came out just a few weeks ago. I've been playing the crap out of that. Been excellent. Serana? You okay? Take a little spill there. Whoops. Okay, we got a Falmer. Ah. Okay, yep, that hurt.
That'll teach you.
Not as much as that did. Whew, got it just on its way down. Go ahead and top off on the health there. Don't want to get flanked by Mr. Grabby Pants over here.
Who's there? There you are.
Oh, I see him. You guys on him? Yeah, just taking a back seat here because I don't want to accidentally kill one of my allies. Got a little crowded in a narrow hallway there. Okay, we're gonna have a Charis coming up here. Charis. Chorus. I think, anyway. It's the electricity magic that's gonna kill us. The shock magic that's gonna get us at some point. Whoa! I thought there was a Charis. Maybe not. I must be mistaken. Expected one. Still failing at gathering ingredients, huh? Just every once in a while. Apparently yes, it is awesome. I just want to play it all the time. If it weren't for a certain high level of self-discipline, I would just completely not do Skyrim content anymore and just be focused on Resident Evil 4. I loved it. I didn't have a GameCube until after, like, far after it came out, but it came out on PlayStation 2 a year or two after it did on GameCube, and I played the hell out of it on PlayStation 2. That was also the first time I used my component cables on a nice TV. Was on Resident Evil 4 on PS2, and it looked amazing. It was a shocking change how much just using the component cables instead of the composite ones. Oh, I thought that was just a corpse. Made such a huge difference, but all of a sudden I could like read credits and stuff. Everything was sharp and clear. It was awesome. Ghost of Tsushima, yeah, that is one that I have bought on sale for my PlayStation 5 and have yet to play it yet, just because my backlog is too big. My pile of shame is very shameful. I am out of charge on my sword right now, which is probably a good thing with all this oil spilled all over the place.
Show yourself.
Woo. Almost got me off guard there. Almost got the sauna treatment. Probably wouldn't have actually hurt that bad being Dunmer and so resistant to flame. I wonder if they'll push it back to near Christmas or see what's broken when it releases and say, oh, you're talking about Starfield? I think Starfield's going to be in okay shape. Based on what Todd was saying about it, he felt pretty confident about the release last year. But I think if he did release it, it probably would have been in a similar shape to like Skyrim or Fallout 4, where there were bugs. There were probably some bad bugs. People were still going to love it. It would still be playable. I think that's just how he's used to doing things. But then something in the climate of game releases changed, where gamers are getting sick and tired of these busted ass releases every year. that, you know, Microsoft has the money, BGS has the clout, that they can push that stuff back. Their business isn't going to suffer for slipping deadlines as much as it would a smaller studio. So just decided to polish it up. I think by September it'll be in good shape. I mean, I have no insider information or anything on it, obviously, but whoop, okay, getting poisoned.
Done and done.
It's just a feeling I get, and I'm also a hopeless optimist most of the time, which is funny because I'm also very cynical. A cynical optimist is not something you see a lot of, but here I am. Solo's pack, huh? Let's get the ingredients. Those are going to come in handy, especially the rare ones like these hawk beaks are hard to find. Quill is not useful. Human flesh is definitely rare. That's how I like to eat it too. Rare. ES6 will be epic too. Yeah, well, you know, everybody's looking forward to ES6. I'm hoping for a shorter release cycle on ES6 between Starfield and ES6, because they're making a lot of very big engine level changes to Starfield.
Where'd you come from?
Big engine level changes that they won't need to make. I'm getting worked over here. Oh, I'm getting washed. Okay, let's find a better tactical platform here.
Oh, no, you don't.
Okay, health potions really saved our bacon there. that was nutty. I know the character's super strong right there, and we've lost a lot of tension because of it, but I was getting pretty sweaty there, not gonna lie. I was waiting for, you know, going down to half health and then dodge rolling off of this platform here. That would have sucked. Ooh, Gray Sky's home. Welcome, welcome, buddy. Though I won't be playing it or buying myself unless I get it free from Nexus. Ooh. Yeah, I looked up the reviews for RE4, lots of 10s. A game I think that's underrated is Prey. I played Prey for about 80 hours a couple years ago. Prey was amazing. I am an Arcane stan. I loved Deathloop. Deathloop was very polarizing. I absolutely loved it. And I want to play more of it, I just don't have the time. So I am very much looking forward to Redfall. That 30 FPS cap on console would be a deal breaker for me if I weren't a PC player. But since I am a PC player, I don't think the 4090 is going to have any issue running that thing at 60 FPS. But I'm always excited for an Arcane release. Hannibal Lecter over here, like in my human flesh rare, indeed. Falmer are no joke, yeah, especially with the poisons. They'll get you, they'll hit pretty hard with just upfront damage, but they almost always have their strikes, their weapons poisoned. So you get that trickle damage afterwards too. Stink to die of a Falmer of all things, yeah. The Dishonored games are masterpieces that nobody played. Yeah, those Dishonored games, Prey, those are every bit on the level of BioShock, I think, and it's kind of the same type of game, but BioShock got a lot of love. The arcane games don't. Sad. With a nice Chianti and some fava beans. Ooh, dark in here, huh? Lots of traps, too. Be on the lookout for those. Yeah, it would be worse to die to a trap than it would be to a Falmer, I think. Thought there was a chest up in here somewhere. No. It's a nice ultimate healing potion, though. Speaking of potions, let's see that I still have some. Okay, 2 plentiful healings left. It's probably best to switch that over to something I have more of. Let's do extreme healing, shall we? Okay. Do our best Indiana Jones impression here, trying not to step on the bad tiles and step only on the good. Whoa! Serana! How'd you do that? But I love stealth games like Splinter Cell and Metal Gear Solid. Ooh, I know we have at least one other Metal Gear Solid fan in the audience here. You can find my chest and dig all through it. Yeah, get some human flesh while I'm at it, right? Okay, where is this sentry? Here he is, or her, in this case.
That'll teach you. Hang on. Did you hear something?
Yeah, good luck drawing that bow back in time, buddy. Not gonna happen. All right. Good now? I'm determined to get through Black Reach at least by the end of this stream, so I'm not gonna be going out of my way unless, you know, I forget myself and just do it anyway. To find all the hidden chests and everything like that. I'm just gonna go out of my way to pick all these high-level locks for stuff that I don't even need. Is all I'm gonna do. Okay, that's open now. All right, more Falmer, huh? Oh no, that's the big spider. That's the big old bug. So yeah, I'm gonna try to focus on getting through Black Reach as quickly as possible while still having some fun along the way. Just know that there's gonna be a lot of stuff that I'm gonna miss, and most of that is intentional. All right, we got a big old Centurion buddy up here. We had a big old Centurion buddy up here. Put him in the blender. Didn't last long. I'm almost right where you're at in the game, doing exactly the same thing. Just got the scroll and I'm headed back to the Moth Priest. Nice. Yeah, this will be sort of the ultimate quest line for Duras. If we can get through the Dawn Guard quest line alive, I'm going to retire this character and consider it a success. Oh, so now you're both coming after me? No, okay, good. Hit her with the cursed runes.
Done and done.
This fight is usually pretty tough. It's unique. I gotta take the uniques, right? harder. That's just too easy. Redeems raise the difficulty. You know, I would, but I'm already on legendary. I don't have a difficulty higher than legendary. I am working to make it hard in small increments going forward. It's kind of a make a small change and see how it goes, because I don't want to make it so hard that I'm just going to be dying every 5 minutes on legendary difficulty, you know, at level 1. Oh, I never played any of the Tenchu games either. I'll have to probably get back to those at some point. See, that's the thing. I got to stop buying games so that I can save for early retirement, so that I can just retire from my job and play video games and finally get to all the games on my backlog. That's my new plan for life. Ooh, okay, this guy's a little tougher than the last ones. Light curse. Well, gotta take the Nern route just to shut him up. Took me like an hour to kill a dragon on legendary difficulty on early levels. Yeah, so I set Skyrim Unbound to spawn dragons at word walls at level 30 and then randomly at level 40. So they don't appear until I have a chance to get ready for them, at least. That's another careful balancing act that I have to be mindful of, because if I allow dragons to spawn too early, that's just a complete death sentence with nothing that I can do about it on legendary difficulty. Good ingredients here. Definitely gonna have to disenchant some gear. I feel like I'm gonna get over encumbered here any second now. No enchanting table here, that's okay. Just picked up some troll fat on the way to Alftan, so ooh, what's in here? Yeah, nothing really. Wow, not gonna really save us much. Okay. You just park the rest of it in that chest there. A lot of battle axes and maces here. Okay, that helped a lot. All right, what time is it? 11:22 p.m. Oh, there is an enchanting table right there. Stupid. Live Another Life, I still use that one too. I don't use Skyrim Unbound, I use alternate start mod. Live Another Life, yeah, that's the oldie but goodie. The reason I don't use it is because I like to have the option of not being Dragonborn. It adds a little bit of sort of like a roguelike random aspect to what you can and can't do for permadeath like this. It isn't Skyrim till I talk with that statue of Mara, indeed. I use that mod for years and have some very fond memories of it. I love the little, especially with the, I hate it when people say especially, and I just did it. Especially with the expansion. Because I was getting ready to say expansion. That's my excuse. Because with the expansion of it, I really like the little starting scenarios it gave you. It gave you like a little story to start off with. Yeah, it was nice. Nice little roleplay aid too, if you didn't want to start up your own backstory or whatever. All right, let's see. It's 11. I need some rest. Getting tired, a little hungry. Sanguine wants me to get good and crunk. How about it, Serana? You partake? You want to get good and sauced here alone in the middle of Blackreach? Maybe, you know, do something we both regret? Well, at least she's looking at me this time. She's thinking about it. She says, no, you take the bed. I'll sit over here on this stool. Okay, fine. Fine. Gotta perform for Serana here too. How about a little serenade? You gonna warm up to me now? Yeah, she likes it. All right, we're turning a corner a little bit. Wearing her down. Entertain the vampire princess, yeah. I mean, Daddy's already pissed off at me, right? So what's the worst that could happen now? I'm already in it. Definitely switch the day I climb out of this trench of always playing a Nord Dragonborn. Ah, gotcha. Oh, okay. Yeah, she's ready. Let's do this. I like it. I mean, what are you gonna do? We're down way underground. There's beautiful scenery. This little fort in the middle of nowhere, just the two of us. We got music, we got booze, and all night with nothing to do. She gave you hawk feathers. I wonder what she wants you to do with those. Ooh, she did? That's awesome. Tickle, tickle. Yeah, Grace Guy, I think Skyrim means a very specific thing to you, and so you like to play in a very specific way, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You also tend not to play all year round like I do, so I think I need something to freshen it up a little bit, so I play a lot of different character types, explored a lot of different ideas. She's the ultimate Dom mommy. Yeah, she is. Wake up with a pain in the neck. Hey, that's okay. I'm immune to disease because I am a werewolf. So, no need for any kind of protection. Okay, what are we doing? I need to eat. Eat some of this raw meat. Some raw meat, chase it with some candy. Well, that was a romantic evening. I feel refreshed. How about you? That was fun, huh? Let's not talk about it. Yeah, you're right. I'll just play it cool. We'll play it cool. Never happened. I'm good with that. Except it did happen. And I will cherish it forever. Okay, are we going to be able to avoid these Falmer in this tower over here? I don't think so. So let's not trigger that Centurion first. Let's take care of the Falmer in this tower. The walk of shame, indeed. That walk of shame hits a little different when it was with a bard, right? Even if it's the badass midnight bard, there's still a certain extra shame that comes along with sleeping with a bard. I would think, anyway. The strut of shame? Yeah. It's a strut of shame for him, probably a walk of shame for her. She's probably thinking, great, I was asleep for however many thousands or hundreds of years, and this is the first guy I hook up with. A bard. Okay, there are Charis over here. We're gonna take the Charis on before we take on the... Oop, I got poisoned.
Don't remember
That
how to fight.
hurt quite a bit, and it still hurts. It burns! Write it out a little bit so I don't have to waste a potion on it. Okay, let's get rid of this Nern root here first and foremost. Okay. He still had half health after I got him with that dual wield power attack. I thought that was gonna one-shot him easy, and it didn't. Kind of scared me. Nothing to be afraid of, though. We got this. We'll do a quick save just to... protection against crashes. I mean, Molag Bal did have his way with her. I know. That's a hard story to listen to. And in some sick way, her parents were probably thinking they were doing right by her and protecting her future by subjecting her to that, but still. Is immortality even worth doing that? Okay, where did that come from? Was there another Falmer up there and I just missed him? Ah, well, we don't have time for this. We got an Elder Scroll to find. Some more loot and I think another Nern root down there. Anybody were interested? I would... Oh. Okay. Oh yeah, these Charis are always bugged out for me. In every single playthrough I've ever had, these Charis never attack. They just sit here. Modded, vanilla, 2011, 2023, those Charis never attack. I don't know why. It's almost like they're just brooding or something. With all those eggs around. All right, I think this is our tower. That's Mazark right there. I believe. Could be wrong. Probably am wrong. This might just go back up to Skyrim. Yeah, I think I might be wrong. Nope, this is Mazark. Okay, great. There we go. Made pretty quick work of Blackreach there. As you jump down from high spots, I'm thinking that would be the ultimate bad death. Yes, it would. It was like, okay, it's a calculated risk, right? It's like, I think I can make that, but end up not being able to. That's worse than like dodge rolling off of a high platform or something. At least that's like an accident. That wasn't just a boneheaded, look what I can do moment, you know? Nope, it's Mazark. Okay, good. Because there's that one bigger tower that I think leads to a wider dungeon that looks more impressive than Mazark, but actually isn't. Try to do my best to play without the HUD. Makes it easier for sure, finding your way through Blackreach. Hold my mead, watch this. Plummets to a permadeath after day 26. That would be the ultimate bad permadeath, but maybe the ultimate crowd pleaser. Is it worth it? I don't know. I do want to grow my channel. No, it's not worth it. I am not going to abandon my morals and my honor for more subscribers. It's not going to happen. Okay, we got the sunlight coming in. Oh, geez. Best puzzle in the game. Just keep hitting the button until the next button opens up, and then just keep hitting that button until the next button pops up. Maybe Starfield will actually have some worthwhile puzzles. You think? There wasn't much to write home about in Fallout 4 either, so guessing probably not. Need the cushioned enchantment on those boots? Yeah, that would be the ultimate failsafe for the worst permadeath in history. Wow, my ears. I thought you said I do want to grope my channel. Ooh. Ooh. I kind of do now. I mean, that's not what I said, and that's not what I'm thinking, but now I can't, like, not think about groping my channel. Yeah. Genuinely tried to figure out any sort of pattern to this puzzle, and there just really isn't. No, you just keep hitting the buttons until the next one opens up. That is the pattern. Dwemer tech, awesome. Dwemer weapon, mid. Acme Dwemer boots. When your channel is small, you want to grope it as much as possible. Right. Then it eventually gets bigger. Okay, you guys. You're a bad influence. Wow, Strudel says. We got, I think, 2 wows now out of Strudel already. It's a good stream. Good stream. Now, there's almost always a dragon waiting for us out here. But just lowercase. Yeah, she didn't yell wow. It was kind of a squinty wow. Wow. More than a wide-eyed wow. But I'll take it. You know I love a Strudel wow. Lets me know I'm doing it right. No dragon. Man, I had all that anticipation built up for a dragon fight, and then nothing. Nothing worth grabbing out here either. Okay. Oh, crap. We gotta go all the way back up to Septimus. Actually, we don't have to go to Septimus. We just have to go back to Castle Dawnguard. Romeus Mora be damned. Alright, where are we? Where did it spit us out? I don't even see my cursor. I lost it. It's gone. Oh, there we are. Okay, so I'm closest to the Helyarkin carriage stop. So let's head east. Past the Waynon Stones. Which way is east? That way is east. Ooh, okay. The permadeath butt scoot of shame on the way down this hill. Here we go. Look, Mr. Donut Head Man, who's trying to kill you? Well, I don't know, but they better not. Haha.
Give up!
I'll marry you.
That'll teach you.
You guys like that? That was a combat showcase.
I still remember how to fight.
Nice, Serana. Well done. At least she's not shooting blanks like I was last night after all that booze, right? But you left one. No, he has no interest in fighting, so we'll let him be. Nice duck and rolls there. There you go. What exactly does the Sanguine Roll do? Yeah, you know, Sanguine Rose, it does summon a Daedra. Yes, and technically it summons them permanently, and I still have one active. He's long lost, I think. We might have lost him during, I don't know, some dungeon dive. He just didn't make it through a load door or something. But we called him Dremmy. We have not summoned a new one yet. We may still yet. Haven't needed to. It was one of those sort of early game tactics that I used to stay alive at lower levels. You can summon a Dremora, it automatically gives you a much more of advantage than you did before. Having a powerful ally at your side is one of the best ways that you can increase your chances of surviving in Skyrim. At high levels especially, or at high difficulty levels especially, because NPCs all get the increase to damage output, even friendly ones. While the player character gets a damage output nerf. It's called Meat Shield. It is indeed. Meat Shield. They also are just more capable of much higher damage output than you are at lower levels. So not only is it a good defensive tactic, but it's also a good offensive tactic to have friendlies at high difficulty levels, at legendary in particular. All right, going to Fort Dawnguard. AKA Sven, indeed. Sven tends to be a little cowardly. Experienced suckers as well. True, true. But that's what trainers are for. Yeah, some people complain that you get too much money in Skyrim, and you do at a certain point, but if you're spending it on training, you at least delay the inevitable Uber coffers. And then you got Hearthfire. If you that's also a money sink. Real estate in general is a good money sink in Skyrim. Leveling your enchanting can also be hugely expensive. Isran.
I knew it would come to this one day. I knew. And no one believed.
Going millionaire with one of mine? I don't know that I've ever hit 1 million. I've made it to, you know, the hundreds of thousands, but I don't think I've ever made it to 1 million. That'd be awesome.
Watch your back.
Dexian, my man. What am I missing? Oh, yeah, Elder Scrolls. It's okay. Not missing anything. I need all of the scrolls. Okay, no biggie. Let's go ahead and turn in the quests, the Radiant quests for Dunmer and Soreen, and we'll get some new ones.
Strangest accidents can happen at any time. Hope you're getting along with Isran. It takes some getting used to. I've got more leads on additional Dwemer plans. Those last
I don't even know why I'm doing this. I don't need either
this one for me, it's sure to result in
the Dwemer crossbow
success.
or trained trolls.
See you.
May as well turn in the quest, though, for Dunmer, at least.
Cozy little place, isn't this?
Dexian's looking 20 years younger. Yeah, it's the hairstyle. Got a little glow up at Dragon Bridge Inn, I think.
Excellent. That's one less beast and nest.
Elven Greatsword of Screaming, huh?
Longer.
Of course, the Vigilants are a bunch of idiots. Yeah. Oh, 975,000 at the moment. I mean, 25,000 is no chump change, right? But that's extremely attainable. If you don't get extremely bored of playing the character first.
Arkay's been watching over me for years now. He says he's not too sure about you yet, though.
I think it's funny that the Dawnguard hate vampires, but not werewolves.
I once killed 30 vampires with my bare hands, you know?
Well, I think that werewolves, well, they kind of do because it's infectious, right? Werewolves can be feral.
Don't you worry about me.
If you survive
Been through
a
worse.
werewolf attack,
Come out of this.
you can become one,
Just fine.
and that can become kind of endemic.
It is my sworn
But they
duty
don't
to see
have
Arkay's
the
wrath
sort
delivered
of
to all
grim
the undead.
intelligence that vampires
It's usually
do.
a good bit of
I
fun,
think,
too.
like the vampires can plan to blot out the sun and cause an apocalypse much sooner than just a werewolf.
Arkay be with you, my friend.
Natural virality can.
This is fine for now, but we can't stay holed up here forever. This is
I
everything
know.
I've
Everybody's
right
got their
now.
thing, and Isron's thing is vampires, I guess. All right. I don't need to do all this. So let's see. We got we're about a little over an hour in. I started the stream 30 minutes late today, so we'll be going 30 minutes late to about 3:30, I think. That's going to put the halfway point at about 1 p.m. my time. I'm sorry, 2:30, not 3:30. So that'll put the halfway point at about 1 p.m. my time, which is in 10 minutes or so. And I'll take a little break and make sure that my blood sugar doesn't drop too far. I gotta stream right over lunch for whatever reason. And I naturally do like an intermittent fasting, so I tend to skip breakfast a lot. So when I do get hungry around lunchtime, I do get really hungry around lunchtime, and it's usually right in the middle of my stream. Just seems to be the best time slot for it. On a regular basis for me, anyway. Let's see. Cities. We're going to have to go to Solitude for this, and we're going to have to hoof it along the coast to get to Icewater Jetty and get back to Volkihar. Damn, Serene. Yeah, I know. I think Serana's got us a little enchanted after that, especially after that night in Sindarian's little lab there too. I don't see Serana and Duras becoming an item at all, but there is some attraction there, right? Obviously. Especially when booze is involved. I'm thinking that was probably a one and done thing for Serana and Duras. Duras is the consummate wanderer. He's not going to get pinned down. And let's face it, Serana's too good for him. That wasn't Serana's brightest moment. Although it was fun, I'm sure. Duras and Serene, though. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Booze and bard song romantic combo. Indeed, indeed. Hard to resist. Hard to resist. Werewolves aren't looking to take over the world the way vampires... Yes, indeed. Yeah, I think that was kind of the point I was trying to make. I mean, if there were turned out to be like a highly contagious form of lycanthropy, then yeah, maybe. I feel like it would be much easier contained than vampirism. Okay, we're gonna have to slaughter this crew on this boat here now because the whispers have demanded it. Hi, I'm on your boat. What are you gonna do? Also, I called it a boat. Oh, I thought I timed that correctly. Still ended up getting hit. Buy some room, see if I can coax him into a power attack.
Tell you what, you start running, so I'll stab you in the back.
Oh, a cat with a dog mantle? Alright, I guess we could just do this all day. Serana, you got the magicabool for it? Alright, I'll finish it off.
Done and done.
Silver hand. Like that. We'll take that and destroy it at some point. It's kind of a cool effect. I think he was still burning. He was getting smoky or whatever. Looks like the burn effect and the FEC zombie effect going on at the same time. I don't know why he's kind of ghostly though. Got some weird mouth parts. Anyway. Not criticizing your work, Serana. In fact, you do great work. You're really good at jobs. Giggity. Tom, welcome, welcome. How's it going, Mr. Mole? Hope you are doing well on this fine weekend. Okay, hopefully we don't have to do too much swimming. Kind of off the beaten path at this point. A little swimming. No, just some wading. We're good. Rhinewater Grotto. Solitude sewers. Don't want to end up in there. Might anyway. Yeah, the portal for that sewer entrance is a little ridiculously big. It's hard to avoid going in there sometimes. Just one critique of an otherwise awesome mod, Sewers of Skyrim. Don't like to play without it. There's a lot of really cool things. Really well. Codlack is daddy. Big Daddy Codlack. Can't use Smexy and Daddy in the same sentence. Oh yeah, you can. Especially when you're talking about Codlack. Ooh, yeah, that was a little scary. I must confess, I had a very hard pucker there right before I hit the ground. Might have saved my life. Absorbed the blow a little bit. With the protruding pucker of that prominence. Oh yeah, I'm using better jumping SE, which out of the box it gives you access to sprint jumps. Yeah, I did. I did jump far as fuck. That's how I do. Duras got hops. Duras also got runs. It also allows you to double jump. It's an awesome mod. If you want to learn more about it, I would suggest looking at my Acrobat build guide, if you haven't already. It kind of walks you through how to do all that. Oh, we got a thief over here, huh? Ooh, I love thieves.
All right, hand over your valuables, or I will gut you like a fish.
I don't think you will. In fact, I think you're the one who is going to be gutted if you don't walk away right now.
Well, I
Yeah.
can see you're not one to be trifled with.
Indeed.
Let this be a warning to you.
Oh, consider myself warned. Jag off. Ooh, you made homemade bread? I'm jealous. I should do some homemade bread at some point. That's good. When I was growing up, my mom used to have one of those electronic bread makers. She used to make bread in it all the time, and it was so good. Just the smell, and then you'd get real hungry, and then you'd finally eat like some warm, fresh bread with some melty butter on it, and it was just like the best thing. It was like a religious experience. So good. But imagine I could get a bread maker fairly cheap on like Amazon or something these days. Should look into it. It was pretty easy, from what I remember too. Not you, the spouse did. Still jealous. Yeah, homemade sourdough, from what I hear, I've never done it before, but homemade sourdough is almost like an art form, all on its own. Does it the old-fashioned way, squishes the dough in a big bowl. Nice. Oh, there's Mr. Zeus. The battle with the notifications continues. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. I know it's aggravating, but such a thing for so long. 91 minutes late. Speaking of, hate to do this to you, Zeus, but as soon as we get to Icewater Jetty, I have to take a quick break and get a quick snack. But I'll be back in a few minutes once I'm done with that. We got to be getting close to Icewater, right? Orphan's Tear. Oh my god. Such a long hike. I wish there were a carriage stop for Icewater Jetty at least, but like, why would there be? There's a carriage stop for Castle Dawnguard, or for Fort Dawnguard, but not for Castle Volkihar. It's a pain. I even went to the premiere thing and clicked notify me, and it didn't. Yeah, I know YouTube's notification system has been wonky for a long time, and it seemed like they had it fixed for like the last couple months, and then just within the last couple weeks, people have started complaining about it again. Richard Ledbetter from Digital Foundry has an ongoing feud with the YouTube notification system. For like over a year, he called them notionally instant notifications for when their videos come out. And then just within like the last couple weeks, he finally said he has become confident enough to say that they're not notionally anymore, that they are in practice instant. But then just within like the last week or two, he's been complaining about it again. So that's kind of like my touchstone to you and Richard Ledbetter, are like the touchstones to like the notification system for me.
I still remember how to fight.
I don't personally use the notification systems on YouTube. I use Discord as sort of my notification system for when like live streams and stuff are happening. But otherwise, it's like anything that I'm subscribed to, I tend to I kind of have to make a judgment call during that day. Is like, if am I going to watch that or Am I going to add it to my queue to watch that day? And most days I watch most of what shows up on my subscription feed, so I end up just making my own backlog of stuff to watch and then watch it throughout the day instead of getting the independent notification or the instant notifications. But yeah, if you're trying to catch a live stream, you can't really beat the instant notification if it works, which apparently it doesn't right now. Unless I got blacklisted or something. I don't think I put anything offensive on the channel. San Francisco sourdough is best sourdough. That's what I've heard. I don't know if I've ever actually had San Francisco sourdough, even though we did visit, the wife and I, San Francisco a few years ago. I think it was maybe a year or two before the pandemic hit. I don't know that we ever actually made it a point to get some sourdough, which I'm kind of sad about now. I could probably order some San Francisco sourdough. We're not that far away. In fact, I could probably find a local bakery or something that ships it in on a regular basis.
Doesn't look so big from down here. I mean...
Was that directed at me, Serana? Doesn't look so big from down here?
Even bigger.
No, this castle is definitely impressive. Whoa! Whoa! You went for the 2 swipes, huh? An archer up top. Ooh, he got me. Ooh, tough ones. Tough skellies. Oh, the ice storms are gonna kill me. All right, let's pop some resist. Frost potions here. Wow, did that say 126% frost resistance? Yeah, it did. Alchemy is overpowered, folks. Oh, there's still another one. Okay, over here, I guess. Vampires are target for lewd stuff. Yeah, they are. Oh, thanks. I spend a lot of time trying to nail down my music choices for... Oh, geez, I spent probably days just listening to a bunch of different music for the live streams to get the library down for that. And then for my videos and stuff, I spend dozens of hours trying to track down... Oh my gosh, I was gonna go get some food!
Must be gone now.
You think? All right. Yeah, I take my music choices very seriously, so thank you for noticing. All right, I am going to grab a snack. I'll be back in a couple minutes, okay, guys? I'm back. Hope you guys didn't worry about me too much. I had a Nutrigrain bar, I had a protein bar, I refilled my water, and I got a Red Bull. For caffeine. Let's see, Tom Mull, mine is lurking in the fridge, the sourdough ready for either Sunday or Monday. Oh man, so you're just like rubbing your hands together, like waiting. Now I'm jealous of you. Can you add not yet live feeds to your queue? Yeah, you can actually. If you're talking about the watch later queue in YouTube. Yeah, I do it all the time because I usually don't have time to watch live on YouTube, but I'll catch the archive. And it doesn't notify you when it goes live if you put it in your watch later queue. It just kind of sits there until you can get to it. Anyone watched a channel called Ranton? He does a lot of rant on. Is that like a play on words? Like he's ranting on? Does a lot of game reviews. He's funny AF and his edits are OP AF too. Oh, I'll have to check it out. That's something I'm trying to do a little bit more of. I do like the entertainment factor of putting in those little edits. Like taking live gameplay and just adding little edits here and there. There's a fighting game player. He's like a legend in fighting games called Justin Wong is his name. And his editor does a great job. He kind of just like live streams fighting games all day and provides commentary on what he's doing and everything. And his editor does a great job just adding in little sound effects and kind of little zoom ins and different other little clips here and there. And it's awesome. I want to get better at that. Trying it with the Scorpion Let's Play. Looks like chat took a break too. Zeus. It's just you and me, buddy. Fisherman's Wharf, baby. Yeah, actually, I don't use the vanilla music. I kind of like the intensity that my music choice brings to a permadeath anyway. But last time I actually used the vanilla Skyrim music on a YouTube stream, I got copyright struck for it. It's like some random ass, fake ass, yeah, copyright dings. It was just like, I'm sure it was a fake production company said that they had the rights to the Skyrim music for some reason. I'm sure they don't. But my channel is like small enough that YouTube doesn't give a crap. They're not going to look into it. So it's just like, okay, I guess it's a copyright strike. I'll use a different. That's why I always use open source music, because it's always, or not open source music, but copyright free music, because it'll never get dinged. I don't think anyway. I've never had copyright free music get dinged, which is why EJ writes the music. Yeah. That's also another way to do it. I wish I had EJ's talent. That guy is something else. We all wish we had EJ's talent, am I right? I'm here but watching on Roku, so I have to go to my phone. Oh yeah, no worries. No worries. I just I felt bad for Zeus there. He just joined and then I took a break and then everybody just got real quiet. No, it's not a mod. It's actually I have a different audio source that I feed into OBS, and that feeds it into the live stream. So I just have the music off in the game, and then I have another playlist that plays through VLC. I think there's a VLC plugin for OBS that just plays a playlist of different music, and all the music that I use is actually credited in the description below. So if you find something you like, go ahead and start clicking around in the links down there, and you can find it. Free to use as long as you credit it. And it's original music, so it's not gonna get dinged for copyright, because it's not gonna hit anybody's search algorithm. Kind of hate copyright stuff. of that like? You upload something to the wide, vast web and expect you to be the only one allowed to have or use it. Yeah. I don't know. That's a big, complicated argument. And honestly, I don't know the right answer. And I think anybody who says they do know the right answer, they say, oh, it's simple, all you have to do is this, then they're either lying to you or they're lying to themselves, because it's not that easy.
On some days,
It's actually
this would
very
smell
complicated.
Be glad you weren't here then.
Show your... You're dead!
That'll teach you. Wait. That'll teach you.
Oh, that frost cloak is something else. Got a wide reach.
Did you hear something?
Stay on your feet.
Death hounds.
Done and done.
Yeah, it comes down to ownership, right? People who create this stuff should have ownership of it and decide how it's used.
That'll teach you.
But also for digital mediums where it's like so ridiculously easily copied, like what do you do? How do you enforce it? I don't know. And I feel like there's a real threat of throwing the baby out with the bathwater on this, because I feel like the vast majority of the people who use music aren't doing it like maliciously, right? Or trying to make a profit off of somebody else's hard work. They're doing the best they can just to make their own creative content. So I don't know. I feel like there's no good answer for it. Oh, I need to drop the bridge. In my more current playthroughs, on more current profiles, I'm using the better third-person selection mod that makes it so that selecting items and things in third person,
that my father put in when he got more paranoid.
it changes it up a lot. It almost overhauls it. Ooh, that was close.
Not very impressive.
Ooh, got him. Got him with the trap. So it overhauls third-person selection. Oh, I just bashed the hell out of my microphone. How about that? And it's taken a little bit of getting used to going back to the original way now. I do prefer the new way a little more, I think. I've made this way usable, at least for a while. When you have custom camera angles, like I do, selection can be a little wonky. It doesn't always line up exactly with the cursor. It lines up more with like see how I'm not even on the ash pile with my cursor now, but my character is pointing towards it. That does take some getting used to. And it's the same with like melee combat. You're not swinging your blade where your cursor is, you're swinging it where your character's pointing. So that took some getting used to too. But I do enjoy that mod. It's a nice quality of life thing. It makes it so that when you get kind of close to something, it switches between items automatically. And you can even set up hotkeys and stuff to sort of scroll through items in range and select them that way. But it works well for controller too, which is a prereq for me. Gotta work with controller. One of these days I'll get true directional movement hooked up for controller too, and that'll be nice to actually have the option for lock-on. Although I've gotten better at it recently. I've been hitting allies a lot less lately, which has been a problem.
Die!
Done and done.
Need quick work of that behemoth. Copyright law is complicated, indeed. I just want the music because I enjoyed listening to it. Yeah, and no, it's open licensed. As long as you credit it, you can use it creatively however you want in content, and it's completely free to listen to. So yeah, the link should be in the description. Should be. There are a couple of channels that I subscribe to on YouTube that's all they do is they sort of aggregate copyright-free music and put them out there and then provide links in their description for where you can download it and use it yourself.
Just head for the door.
And usually the writers of the music, all they ask is that you subscribe to their like SoundCloud or their YouTube channel or something, which you want to do anyway, because if you like that song, you'll probably like a lot of their other music. So I get brand new original music piped into my YouTube feed every day. And if I like it, I can use it in a video or a stream if I want. It's pretty awesome.
What happened to this place? Everything's been torn down. The whole place looks, well,
But
dead.
basically the person who created the
we're
thing
the
is the
first to
only one who
celebrate
can make copies,
centuries.
make money off it, unless they give full or limited license to someone else. Yeah,
This
legally,
used to
that's
lead
the way
into
it works,
Castle's
right?
Great Hall. Looks like my father had it sealed up.
And that's
I used
supposed to be
walk
the
through
argument
there after
for
eating meals.
NFTs, right? Non-fungible tokens, because you can be sure that that copy of that thing is original and it has ownership that can't be disputed.
Do you know how beautiful something
But like everything on the internet is so easily distributed and copied and everything that I feel like so few people care that, you know, I have a non-fungible token that proves my ownership of this thing. They just want to listen to it. They just want to use it. They just want to look at the art. So
Something's wrong with the moon dial.
I feel like it's a flawed
Messages are missing. The dial is askew.
solution to begin with, but then
Maybe my mother's trying
the
to
only
tell us
people
something.
benefiting from it, I feel like, are like large companies trying to push ownership of these digital assets through NFTs, so that they, you know, they get a kickback for it every single time somebody purchases one, which is kind of slimy. And I'm glad that that's dead, but it was an attempted solution. Yeah, it's complicated. The law itself is complicated, but then like the use case around it is also more complicated. Okay, now I'm distracting myself trying to find these sundial pieces. Let's see, is this dirty water or clean water? I think I could use a refill of my water skin, and I'd forgotten to do that once already. Yeah, no, definitely. It's the internet, I think, made a lot of copyright law pretty obsolete, at least in terms of enforcement. Oh, there's one. Let's see, I found one in the water. I found one just up on the step up there. And I feel like there was another one like hidden amongst a tree or the bushes somewhere. Oh, yep, there it is. There were only 3. Maybe there were 4. I don't know. We'll find it eventually. There we go. There were only 3. Walked right over a moon
Very
face. Yeah,
clever,
you caught
Mother.
it before I did.
Very
That's funny.
clever.
That's
I've
always
never
so
been in those
aggravated when
towers
you're watching
before,
somebody
but
play,
I bet they'd
and it's
run
like,
right
it's
under
right
the
there.
courtyard and into the tower ruins.
Person
Well, at
playing
least
just
we're getting
doesn't
closer.
see it.
Let's go.
TDM is good. I believe it has meshes for not hitting allies or friendly NPCs. Nice. I always kind of suspected that TDM just kind of surfaced. I lost my hotkey. Hold on. Quick save, quick load. Let's see if I get my hotkeys back. I always suspected that, sorry, my phone's blown up. That the authors of the TDM mod just kind of surfaced hidden features that were already in Skyrim as far as targeting and stuff, because you need a perk to be able to hit multiple enemies at once, right? And then there's also an unlockable perk through the black books that allows you to ignore friendly NPCs with friendly fire.
I've never even seen this part of the castle before. Be careful.
So maybe they have some custom scripting things going on there. Sorry, trying to schedule a frisbee day at the park with my niece here, so trying to get a day pinned down. Just a minute, sorry about that. Fun time with the fam is important. All right. Tentatively the 30th for Frisbee. All right. We got some tough asses here. Ooh. Got an archer over there. Don't like that. Let's try to take care of him. Having trouble with this one? I'll help you out.
Done and done.
All right, yeah, I guess you helped a little bit, but you gotta admit that was mostly me, right? Yeah. No, she's adorable too. She's an uber nerd. Like me. And like her parents too, but she's super duper smart. She's in all these advanced classes and everything. She's got a head start on her college classes and things like that, so it's really a joy to hang out with her. So I always try to make time with her whenever she wants to do something. Gotta cultivate these relationships with the young people, you know, keep a touchstone to the rest of the world that keeps spinning with or without you as you get older, you know.
That'll teach you.
Plus, I feel like the better the diversity in the friends you keep, like I don't know, more appreciation you have for people's lives that are different than your own. I like to be in the know. I want to understand the human condition.
Where'd you come from?
Gargoyle brute, huh? Ooh, he got me with a good swipe there.
I knew I heard something.
Or maybe it was just the arrow that got me. Should be able to get him with some splash damage off the wall. Okay, that hurt a little, but I'm okay. I don't know if she's an Elder Scrolls fan in particular, but she has played a healthy amount of Skyrim. She loved stealing wheels of cheese and hoarding them in her breeze home. She's not a big fan of combat in video games. Skyrim in particular seems to freak her out a little bit, so not a huge fan of violence, but she does really like Mario Kart, that's for sure. She kicks my ass at that game all the time. And over my lifetime, I probably have like orders of magnitude more time in Mario Kart than she does, but she's got those fresh skills and those young person reactions, you know? I mean, I think I'm doing okay with the reactions. I do pretty well with the dodge rolls and timed blocks and stuff in Skyrim, and do all right with parry systems in fighting games and things like Sekiro and Dark Souls and things like that. So I'm doing all right in terms of reactions, but
Who's there?
they do get worse instead of better as you put the years on. All right, here we go. We got a two-hander. Gonna completely whiff.
That'll teach you.
Was wondering why my sword swipes aren't killing these guys outright, and it's because I'm tapped out on charge on these. Yeah, Meridia's rage is thirsty. Thirsty. And not in the sexy way.
The best of me. I knew it.
It's just a gas guzzler for soul charge.
Show yourself.
Ooh, that's a tough one. You got him?
That'll teach you.
You need some help there? Oh, you got it. I was gonna be like, I'll be happy to get that arrow out for you. Okay. So this is always kind of a crapshoot for me too. The Volkihar dungeon. Trying to find my way through this mess. Okay, there's got to be a lever or something that I'm missing. Roundabouts here somewhere. Probably right next to the grate, and I'm just missing it. Oh, it's behind the... Yeah, okay. Behind the gargoyle. Whoops. I guess he's technically sleeping. Come and get it, beastie.
Wait.
Oh, he charged me. Hurt a little bit, but I'm okay. Well, Serana zombie doing some work there.
That'll teach you.
Yeah, first person, you got it.
Damn it. That'll teach you.
Having a diverse group of friends who retain their cultures in a true form also makes a setup for being a very tasteful person, I think. Well, tactful, anyway. If not tasteful, then tactful. It's hard in a melting pot environment like that, especially like in colleges and stuff where a lot of people, you know, experience that melting pot for the first time in a lot of ways. Or in certain jobs. It's hard to get a true sense of somebody's culture in a place like that because it's, you know, their culture starts to change just a little bit due to their environment. So that's where the melting pot comes in, because they melt a little, you melt a little, and you learn things from each other, and I mean, I happen to believe that you become stronger for it. Did you play Oblivion? I did. I played a lot of Oblivion. I played on Xbox. Well, no, I actually played on PC first. Dabbled in mods here and there, but I ended up mainly playing on 360 because it tended to run better there than on my PC at the time. Not that I had a bad PC. I had like a mid-range gaming PC. I think I had like a Radeon 6600 or something at the time. And that was back when Radeon was ATI. It wasn't AMD. AMD hadn't bottom out yet.
What have you got?
And I had an AMD K62 processor. And it did really well for several years. But Oblivion it struggled with a little bit. I found it to run a lot better on the Xbox 360 at the time, so that's where I played the lion's share of my Oblivion. And I played a lot of it. And that was my first experience with an Elder Scrolls game. That's where I started my Elder Scrolls journey. And I have not looked back. Not that there's been a lot of Elder Scrolls games in between. Skyrim, obviously, is the big one. But there have been like expansions and huge mods and things like that. Obviously, we got Fallout 4 and we got Fallout 76, which I tried on 2 separate occasions. I put 10 hours into it on 2 different times, and it never grabbed me, never spoke to me. Too MMO-y. But yeah, Fallout 3 came out between Oblivion and Skyrim, and I played the hell out of Fallout 3. I didn't like how the game ended after you kind of rolled credits on it and couldn't keep playing. But they fixed that within a later expansion, but that's kind of had moved on from Fallout 3 at that point. Played a lot of Fallout 4. Still do. I still have a modded install of Fallout 4 installed, ready to go. Wearing my Fallout Nuka-Cola cap as well today. Love Fallout. So I am super stoked for Starfield. You can bet it. Anyway, started with a mix between Oblivion and Morrowind. People swore by Morrowind. Just never picked it up. As you mentioned, Melting Pot, in Shivering Isles, the dementia side of the main city. There was called Crucible. Yeah, actually, I loved the Shivering Isles. That was a great one. I haven't played nearly as much as I ought to, though. I should do an Oblivion.
Always smarter than I gave her credit for.
Install at some point. There is no native controller support on PC for Oblivion. So either you got to play mouse and keyboard, or you have to install a mod. And I think there are some good controller support mods out there for Oblivion. But I loved the writing in Oblivion. The small little side stories and stuff it would tell you kind of put Skyrim to shame, in my opinion, honestly.
I knew she was deep into necromancy. I mean, she taught me everything.
For what they gained in gameplay and longevity, I think they lost in just kind of writing charm.
She must have spent years collecting these components. And what's this thing? I'm not sure.
I'm pretty set on waiting for Skyblivion to do Oblivion fully. That's going to be the business right there, Skyblivion. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked for that.
Let's take a look around. There has to be something
or even
here that
Beyond Skyrim stuff. It's been a long time since we heard anything from the Beyond Skyrim team, and they have so many huge projects in the works.
You found her journal. Let me take a look at it.
I feel like they gotta make a release at some point soon-ish, right? Like maybe this year? Like get like Roskria or something?
I only know what she told me. She had a theory
That
about
seemed like it was
soul
pretty far
gems,
along.
that the souls inside of them don't
Beyond
just
Skyrim
vanish
quit?
when they're used.
They completely
end up in the
shut
soul cairn.
shop? Or are you talking about Skyblivion? Oh, jeez. Give me a heart attack,
The
Magus.
soul cairn is home to very powerful beings.
Dick.
Necromancers send them souls and receive powers of their own in return. My mother spent a lot of time trying to contact them directly, to travel
you're
to the
killing
soul
me.
cairn itself.
Leave your tricks for the long years.
That circle in the center
Lord
of the
of Shadow
room is
strikes
definitely
again.
some type of portal. If I'm reading this right, there's a formula
Couple
here
segments
that
of
should
it that
give
are
a
in
safe
limbo.
passage into the soul cairn. A handful of soul
Well,
gem
I
shards,
would imagine that it's
some
hard
finely
to
ground bone meal,
manage
a
all
bit
that
of
volunteer
purified void salts.
workforce, right?
Damn it.
I would imagine that there's not a whole lot of attrition.
We're also going to need a sample of her blood.
That a
which,
lot of the
if we could
major
get
like
that, we wouldn't even be trying
contributors
to do this in the
are
first
extremely
place.
fickle with their time. It's like sometimes they'll be willing to put in like 60 hours a week, and other times they go silent for months, right? It's just kind of the nature of it. Well, they really couldn't have gotten luckier that no other Elder Scrolls have come out since Skyrim. True.
Not bad. We better
That
hope
enough
that's
is
good
alone
enough.
to maintain
Mistakes
interest
with these kind of
for the
portals
project.
Can be gruesome. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get started.
Love Morrowind, love Oblivion, and Daggerfall and Skyrim, but Morrowind and Oblivion did certain things Skyrim failed so hard at because they scrapped bits, which is sad.
Oh, definitely. Mother would have plenty of those materials in her laboratory. We just need to find them.
Well, here's one. Oops. Nope. There's one. There's one. There's one. Okay, I think we're all good. All right, let's do this soul cairn thing. Oh, there's a filled gem there that I want to get though. Actually, you may as well take all the rest of the empty soul gems too, because we're gonna need to fill them with Meridia's Rage being so thirsty for soul juice. Soul Cairn incoming. Let's see if we can speedrun Soul Cairn. Sarana. Where you go?
Then the rest is up to me. Are you ready to go? I'm not entirely sure what this thing is going to do when I add my blood.
I'm ready.
Okay, here goes.
Didn't do much in the way of completionism on Soul Cairn when I just did it. Kind of did what I needed to do and got out. No Arvak or Reaper fight. Yeah, the Reaper fight is usually the big one I try to go for, but this series is getting a little long in the tooth already, so I'm trying to put a cap on it. Also, when I'm role-playing, I find that my characters are very uncomfortable in the Soul Cairn for various reasons. So I can only imagine that they're looking to get out of there as soon as possible. I wouldn't want to spend any more time in there than I had to, that's for sure.
My ancestors
I just feel like the air in the Soul Cairn is like very heavy.
created a portal with a soul cairn. Incredible.
Kind of like too sterile. It doesn't smell right. Like the air doesn't feel right.
Now that I
I'm
think
kind
about
of
it,
shocked that
I shouldn't
Valerica
expect
could
it.
spend as long as she
Sorry.
did in the Soul
It's hard
Cairn
to describe.
and not go
The Soul
completely
Cairn
insane,
is-
right?
Well, hungry, for lack of a better word.
Couldn't be bothered to
It's
hunt
trying
down
to
the
take your
shards.
life
Yeah,
essence as
no, I
pillars.
think I'd done it only once or twice. Same with St. Jib's Opus.
There might be, but I don't think you're going to like it.
The Reaper fight's like the
Vampires
coolest thing in the
aren't comfortable with the
Soul
living.
Cairn, as
I
far
could
as
probably
I'm
go
concerned.
through
I
that
like
without a
the
problem.
fights with the keepers as well. Are you saying that I need to become a
Not
vampire?
your first choice, I guess.
Nah, I kind of like being a werewolf. There's got to be another way.
Maybe. We could just pay the toll another way. It wants a soul, so we give it a soul.
Yeah, that's the thing about the soul cairn is you can always go back, right?
My mother taught me a trick or two. I could partially soul trap you and offer that gem to the ideal masters. It might be enough to satisfy them.
I don't think I've done the Reaper fight, but I did have fun hunting down the pages a couple times.
But we might be able to fix that once we're inside. Maybe. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's got to be a mod out there that makes St. Jib's Opus the reward for it. I think it's like his amulet or something like that.
I won't think any less.
A little more powerful, so it's worth what you actually have to go through to complete that quest. Maybe you should check the big obvious silver bowls. Missed that the first time through. Indeed. Game mechanics for the win. Oh, I still have to...
Have you made up your mind?
Soul trap me. I won't feel right as a vampire.
I'm willing to do it.
He's already got the...
You'll remain mortal, but you'll find yourself...
He's already got the vampire aesthetic going. It would be such like a small step, I think, but...
I know this is
I like the werewolf. I still have
I never do
plans if I ever pick this character back up again to, you know, do the werewolf thing. He's a party animal. All right, let's just get this over with.
I promise to make this as painless as possible. Hold still.
Well, a little pain is okay. All right, that was it. That was nothing. Hate being a vampire lord. Well, to me, the fundamental Skyrim gameplay is good. It's like, you spend the vast majority of your time in human form, leveling up like your tool set, like your spells, your weapons, your gear, and everything. And then when you transform, you kind of just lose access to all of that. Right? So... that's why, to me, transformations of any kind are like a double-edged swords, because like you almost fundamentally want to be in this human form all the time, because that's where all the fun is. That's where you've made all your investments and stuff. And then when you transform, it's like your tool set gets way limited. You lose access to all this cool stuff that you've built up over time. Not to say that the stuff that you get when you transform isn't new and cool and fun, but it's just not what you've chosen over the course of a playthrough. Okay, we're gonna have some bone men and mist men to fight on our way out here.
Here we go.
Shouldn't give us too much issue.
Done and done.
Just the two of them? Just the two of us. Fighting spirits in the cairn, just the two of us. You and I. May as well get some soul juice while we're at it. Wow, she says. Oh, use the Vampire Lord as a travel shortcut, flying across the water is handy. Yeah, especially with like survival mods and stuff. Don't want to get wet. But even, I don't run survival mods and I still don't like to swim, especially in cold water. It's, I tend to get immersed in what my character is doing, and just the thought of swimming through that freezing water. Hey, there's Arvak. Is extremely uncomfortable, and I don't want to do it. Inimmersive. Is that what you call a giant gaping belly button? Is an inimmersive? Also still have lingering PTSD from the PS3 days when going into water could crash the game. Oh, I played thousands of hours on my PlayStation 3. That's how I started my Skyrim journey, and I still loved every second of it.
Oh, no, you don't.
Especially with that weird, like, memory leak where like the more you play, once you hit around, you know, 40, 50 hours in a playthrough, like the quality of texture started degrading and you started like crawling down to like 20, 15 frames per second. That was the worst, but I still played. Still did it. Still loved it.
Damn it.
These guys cough up soul gems sometimes, and sometimes they're filled, so I try to always loot their corpses. And I've lost the other ones. Yeah, well. We got enough money to buy all the soul gems we want. We have Cursed Rune that we can fill up the empty ones that we have. In fact, I should probably be doing that now. Never had the problem when I was on PS3. Interesting. I thought it was pretty ubiquitous. Oh yeah, it's a testament how great Skyrim was, what I put up with on console playing it. Yeah, well, the 360 version was great. I played a little bit of that and never had a single problem with it. But the PS3 version, that was nutty. At some point, I sold my 360 because I was like, okay, PlayStation 3 has all the best exclusives. I can play 360 stuff on my PC if I have to. So I was just playing everything on PlayStation 3. And then when Skyrim came out for PC, it's like, okay, my gaming PC that had a hard time with Oblivion was having a real hard time with Skyrim. And I just like the couch and TV experience so much better than the PC experience at that time. Before games really started supporting controller on PC as well as they do now. Even now it's hit or miss. But it's a lot better now than it was. Yeah, I was a console guy for a long time. Wow, this is bright. Valerica. All right, so yeah, sometimes Serana doesn't want to walk all the way up these stairs, but she didn't have a problem with it now.
Is it really you? I can't believe it. How do
I'd
I
be
get
hilarious
inside?
trying to play a game with a controller.
Serana, what are you doing here?
Well, I was an
Where's your
NES kid.
father?
I grew up on NES,
I don't have time to explain.
and then Genesis, and then Super Nintendo, and then
Archon's
PlayStation,
found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
and then
No, you've
PlayStation
got
2,
that wrong. We're here to stop him.
and then
To make
PlayStation 3
everything
and
right.
Xbox 360.
You've
And
gone
then
straight
after that, I kind of
Have you lost
transitioned to
your
PC
mind?
mostly, but then I still play a
You,
lot. I played a lot of
come forward.
PS4 and
I would speak
PS5
with
now.
you. So how
Grew up
has
with a
it
rock
come
and a
to
stick.
pass that a vampire hunter is in the company
You gotta
of
find
my
your fun.
daughter? It pains me to think you'd travel with Serana under the guise of her protector.
Damn,
in an
Valerica
effort
looks good,
to
too.
Hunt me down.
I like this look better than I like the Chun-Li buns. Hey, no, this is no ruse. Serana's a good kid. I want to keep her safe.
Coming from
Even
one
though
who
she's hundreds
murders
and hundreds of
vampires
years
as a
older than
trade, I find it
Duras, I
hard
still
to believe your
still thinks of her as a kid.
intentions are noble. Serana has
Valerica's a
sacrificed
cougar indeed.
everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy.
Nice that
I
she
would have
finds
expected
time
her to
to
explain
keep her
that to
hair nice and curled and treated and everything here in the Soul Cairn.
You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that
Rumble
tomb for
Roses?
the protection
That's
of
the,
her elder scroll alone?
The kind
Scrolls
of
are merely a
pervy
means to
female
remain.
wresling game on
Key
PS2.
to the tyranny of the sun.
I remember that game.
is
I don't think I ever
Serana
played it,
herself.
but it looked cool. It
When I
actually looked
fled
really fun.
Castle Volkahar,
I would play it now.
I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Ariel. And
It was
his
only
arcane
subtly
weapon,
pervy. It wasn't
Ariel's
overtly
burden.
pervy.
The
It
second
was. I don't even
scroll
think it was on the
declares
level
that
of like.
the blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will
Dead or
blind
Alive.
the eye of the dragon. Like myself,
Or the
Serana
Dead
was
or
a
Alive
human.
beach games where they were all in
we were
bikinis.
devout followers of Lord
It's good
Molag
stuff.
Bal.
That was an Xbox exclusive
Tradition
though, I think.
dictates the females be offered to Molag
Given that
Bal on
PCs
his
didn't
summit.
happen until after I was out of college, Rock
You
and Stick was
survived the
pretty
ordeal.
accurate.
Those
Well, I
that
mean, when I
do
was a kid, I played with Rock and
emerge as
Stick
a
too in
pure-blooded
Little League, but
vampire.
yeah,
We call such
Probably not the same kind of
conflicts
rock and
the
stick.
Daughters of Cold Harbor.
did throw a lot of rocks for fun though. I threw a lot of rocks at other rocks. I used to try to make bows and arrows out of sticks and yarn, varying degrees of success. Mostly unsuccessful, but a few worked pretty well. The tyranny of the sun
Now
requires
you're beginning
Serana.
to see why I wanted to protect Serana.
The best wrestling game in existence. They made Rumble Roses XX, and that was on Xbox 360. No, it looked like a legitimately good game.
And Serana's blood was used to taint the weapon. The tyranny of the sun would be complete. In his eyes, she'd be dying for the good of all vampires.
All she has is time to work on her hair, for sure.
And how exactly do you plan on stopping him?
Well, I'll kill Harkon.
If you believe that, then you're a bigger fool than I originally suspected.
Oh, you have no
Don't
idea,
you think
lady.
I weighed that option before I enacted my plans. You care nothing.
There was a new
for Serana
WWE game
or
that
our
people
plot.
really liked that came out
Whether or not
either
you
this year or
become
last
one
year.
of us in order to survive the soul
Had like a really good character creator.
Still a vampire hunter at heart.
But yeah,
You're here because we're
wrestling games tend to be very
abominations in
homogenous, and I'm not a huge fan of them. I did play the UFC games quite a bit back when they were new, anyway. But those were basically just wrestling games too.
Serana, this stranger aligns himself with those that would hunt you down and slay you like an animal. Yet I should entrust you to him.
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known him than you've
She
done
is
in
already
centuries.
corroborated with the Dawn Guard, and they have not hunted her down or slayed her
I gave up
yet.
everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father.
Yes, he's a fanatic. He's changed. But he's still my father.
Oh yeah,
Why
Def
can't you
Jam. People
understand how
really
that
like
makes
Def
me
Jam. I've
feel?
never really played that either, though.
Serana, if you only
Two good
open
ones,
your
at
eyes,
least.
Your father discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood. You'll be in terrible danger.
So to protect me, you
I played a
decided
lot
to
of
shut me
different
away
wrestling
from
games
everything I
over the
cared
years,
about.
but none of them
You
really
never
stuck all
asked
that
me if
much.
hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action. You
WCW
just
Nitro
expected me
on
to follow
PlayStation
you
1, I
blindly.
think, was a big one.
Both of you
Yeah,
are
it's really
obsessed with
bright,
your own
and
paths. Your motivations might have been different, but in the end,
I don't even have my
still just
lantern on.
important to you two.
That's with the
I want
lantern.
us to be a family again. But I don't know if we can ever
That's
have
without.
that. Maybe we don't.
Oh, how
deserve
about
that
let's
kind
try
of
Predator
happiness.
Vision?
Maybe it isn't for us.
Ooh,
But
look
we
at
have to
that.
stop him before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
I'm sorry, Serana. I didn't know. I didn't see. I've allowed my hatred of your father to estrange us for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. Your intentions are still
Jeez, indeed.
somewhat unclear to me. But for
Yeah, it's usually
Serana's
not
sake,
this bright.
I'll
I think
assist
maybe
you in any
because
way
it's
that I
like,
can.
this is what day looks like, and the Soul Cairn in my game with this
Yes.
mod list and this
I've
EMB
kept
and
it
everything.
safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned. Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins. You need to locate the tallest of the rocky
This
spires
Durnavir
that
fight should be
surround
pretty
these
interesting, I
ruins.
think.
At their bases, the barrier's energy is
Could be
being
dangerous,
drawn
gotta be
from
ready for it.
unfortunate souls that have been exiled. Destroy
Probably
the
want to
keepers
shore
that
up
are
on magical
tempting you.
defense.
And it should
Armor
bring
rating should be
barrier
fine. I
down.
think we're at the cap even without potions.
One more word of warning.
Poisons aren't going to help at all.
There's a dragon that
Probably
calls
want to get
itself
my
Dunmer.
Discord spell
Oh,
ready
okay.
for
Be wary of him.
blasting Durnavir
The ideal
whenever I
masters
can.
have charged him
We're not
with pursuit.
Dragonborn, so I'm not going to be able
And will
to
undoubtedly
ground
intervene
him
if you're
with
perceived as a
Dragon
threat.
Rend. Just going to have to play defensively and take our shots when we can get them.
Be careful. And
But
keep my
that
daughters
is after we kill the keepers. Okay, so I don't actually follow the HUD for this at all. You see that tower in the distance that has like the floating rubble above it? That's the giveaway that that's where one of the bone keepers are. So that's usually how I find where to go for these. That's how I do it anyway. Just look across the landscape, find the tower with the floating rubble, and make a beeline for it. Very sweet undead snake with flies buzzing around. Yeah. Different parts of his body are in various states of decay. Favorite place is the floating tower you can teleport to? Yeah, that's usually like the last one I get to, I think. Oops.
Show yourself.
Trying to get my cursed rune. There we go. Get those souls.
What have you got? That'll teach you.
Gelatinous ooze dragon. Yes, indeed. Partially digested dragon. Oh yeah, I've been collecting those as I go, Zeus. Those are helpful. There's also that lightning rod. I think there's actually 2 or 3 of them that you can use. You can put a grand soul gem in the little canister, and then the lightning will strike it and turn it into a black soul gem. That's pretty cool, I think. Oh, there's the keeper. Woo! You're big, but you're slow. You block good, though. Ooh, that hurt a lot. Okay. Whoa. Almost too bright to see.
Done and done.
Damn. You really blasted that dude, didn't you? Now, usually these guys are good sources of bone weapons, but I think it's either the unofficial patch or something else removes it from their inventory when you kill them. Kind of a bummer. All right. We're not hurting for loot, so let's keep moving. Yeah, that was a bash, too. That wasn't even with his weapon. That was with his shield. Can you imagine? He might have one-shotted me. We got to be very careful fighting these keepers. Can you fight from a distance? I can, yeah. The problem is I don't have a tank unless I want to spend some charge on my Sanguine Rose.
Stay back.
You got another one? Oh, he's all the way up there. May as well collect some of these soul husks too, just in case we find ourselves
Kill you again.
within reach of one of the ideal master crystals.
Not very impressive.
Oh, yeah, that one was tough. That wasn't impressive? He took like 5 of those. Okay, there's our next target right there. The other one's further down over there. I think we just can't see it yet. Yeah, the problem with trying to do more of a ranged battle against these keepers is that I don't really have a tank. I have Serana with me, but she fights from a distance. So they're basically just going to be chasing me down the whole time. It's going to be hard to keep my distance and try to mount any kind of an offense at the same time. So I feel like just committing to offense and just, you know, be ready with that dodge button is the way to do it.
Who's there? I knew I heard something.
Is that a Wrathman? Yeah. These guys are beasts. It's one of the best summons in the game at a certain point anyway, not including anything from the Creation Club content. These guys are tough, they hit hard, they last a long time. Pretty good.
You're dead.
Okay, well, he doesn't seem too interested in coming at me this time. Okay. Yeah, keep hitting him, Serana. There we go. Wasn't very aggressive that time. That worked out in our favor. Now, this next one is already making me uncomfortable. This is the one that Zeus said we have to teleport up to. It's this guy right here. This is the archer. Now, melee we can deal with because we have the dodge button and everything. Archers are tough because I am running arrow and bolt tweaks, which makes projectiles travel a lot faster. You can see that arrow really is cooking coming off of that bow. Makes them a lot harder to avoid on reaction, so I kind of have to anticipate when they're going to loose their arrows. But they don't always do it when I expect them to. And I end up dodge rolling, and then they just wait for me to finish my roll and then shoot me as I come out of the animation. They have all the advantage in that point, in that regard. Oh, there's St. Jib over there. So archers are rough, especially when they hit as hard as these keepers do. I might actually pop a fortify health potion on my way into battle with this guy. Just to try to avoid the one-hitter quitter. Where are the bad guys? You see them, Serana? I'm surprised I'm having trouble seeing anything.
Damn it.
In these conditions. Oh. That looked like it came downward from some kind of balcony. Yeah, there he is up there. Let's take care of him so that we have a free path to the where the next keeper is. Found you. Almost took a spill there. Oh, okay, we have a mist man. Oh, they like their ice magic, don't they? Okay. Let's resist some frost. Anyone else? Oh, there's the Wrath Man. Okay.
Still remember how to fight.
One more? Ooh, a lot of boners here today.
Done and done.
The boners. Dies to a backstep, yeah, right off the edge there. Okay, here's where I'm supposed to teleport. I want to backtrack and try to hit all the corpses of these mist men and bone men and wrath men and everything that I just killed. Not that I'm going to be able to find them at all.
You're dead.
Who are you talking about? You just screaming at the sky? Is there another archer? Oh, there's a wrath man up there. I was just up there. Oh, this is a busy intersection, huh? There's no way I'm going to be able to find those corpses. Oh, here's one. I thought that was one. It was not. Got one here? We do. Look at that, a lesser soul gem as well. Empty common soul gem, I'll take it. Okay, now we have to find the teleportation well. I think it's just right here underneath. But first, let's buff up our health pools a little bit, just so we don't get one shot by this dragon bone arrow. Let's make it last a little longer here too. One-handed went up to 100. Look at that. Level 100 level skill. Almost fell to your dude. That was close. I was right on the edge. That was a little scary. I didn't like that. It's not my favorite part of the stream, that's for sure. Okay, let's make sure I have Lab Skeever active. There he is. Fortify health. There we go. May as well do some regenerate health while we're at it here too. Okay, watch after I'm talking up this archer a whole bunch. It's just going to be very anticlimactic. Oh, ow, okay, yep, okay, that took out almost half my life. Recovered it, though. God damn it. Oh, he's tough. Ow. Really having trouble timing the dodge rolls. Ooh. Okay, so I don't think I would have survived that without taking those potions. That was very uncomfortable. Almost ended up going off the edge over here too. Actually, you know what? I might have survived if I went off the edge over here. I might have hit that ledge down there and then been able to jump over to the staircase kind of thing there. Whew. Scared you, Gray Sky. Scared me. Yeah, my palms are sweating again. They were sweating a little bit when we were fighting the Falmer in that pit with that spider. And then it was calm for a while, and then we fought the Archer Keeper there. I knew it was going to be tough. I knew it was going to be a tough one.
Oh, no, you don't.
Ooh. This guy seems like he has almost as much HP as that Keeper did. Okay, let's go find Valerica. Harkon is a pussy. Seriously more nerve-wracking than the upcoming Harkon fight, tough as he is. Well, you know I'm going to be prepared for the Harkon fight, and at least Harkon doesn't shoot me with arrows, right? No poison, no arrows, you know what he's going to do. He's a slippery son of a bitch, for sure. He also, I don't think he uses elemental magic. I think he uses blood magic, so I'm not going to be able to use one of my super duper, like, resist frost potions on him that do like 160% health reduction or resistance on those. I made this mistake before. Valerica's actually out over here to the right. Ah, look, the force field is down now, and it's not so bright anymore.
You managed to destroy
What's up, Mama?
all 3 keepers. Very impressive.
Yeah, you like that, right? So, can we get to the Elder Scroll now?
Yes. Please follow me. Keep watch for Durnevere. With the prison's barrier down, he's almost certain to investigate.
Hey, what kind of ingredients you got over here? Anything good? Soul husks? Take some of those just in case. Oh, I also got a mod in my newer profiles that automatically add the effects to what you know when you read a recipe, which should have been in the game from the very beginning. I don't know why it wasn't or why it took so long. I think CACO had that functionality too, but this is a standalone mod. Yeah, so remind me, I'll give you all the link to it. It's a great mod. I think it's just an SKSE script. Just plop it in. I think it's safe for mid playthrough and everything like that.
I hear something.
It's Dunmer. Where'd you come from?
Excuse me. Not a good time to look away from the screen, so I didn't mean to cough in your ear right there. Just didn't really have another choice. So I do apologize. Let's recharge our weapons here. Ooh, Azura's star is filled now too. Just use the common ones for now.
Well for you. Stay back.
He's slippery. Slippery, decaying worm. Oh, that's not doing a whole lot of damage to him there. Ouch. Okay. Actually, that didn't hurt too bad. Serana, I'm coming. Oh, I'm out of magic. Let's see. I probably have a regenerate magicka potion here. I do 91% faster. That'll help a lot.
I'll bring you down.
Wow, Durnavir's tough without Dragon Rend.
What have you got?
Oh, he's got the ice. Okay, we're gonna need to do some frost resistance. Hopefully that lasts long enough for me. Oh. Is that Serana or Valerica? Looks like Valerica. I got you.
Get it now while we can.
Hit him right in his crotch. Right in the worm's worm. Ooh, okay. That was a good fight. That was fun. So, you were impressed before. What do you think now, Valerica?
Forgive my astonishment.
Yeah.
But I never thought I'd
Look at those
witness
eyes.
the
She's
death
like,
of that
whoa.
dragon. Volumes written on Durnavir allege that he can't be slain by normal means.
That was fun.
It appears they were mistaken. Unless the soul of
That
a
was like the
dragon
funnest,
is
most interesting
resilient as
fight
its
I've had in a
owner's
long
skin.
time with this character.
It's possible that your killing blow has merely displaced Durnavir's physical form.
Yeah,
while it
Durnavir's
be
tough, and I
constant
don't really have a whole lot of really powerful ranged options, so I have to use that Discord and just chip away at him as I have time.
minutes,
Use potions to shore up
hours,
my defense.
years. I can't even begin to guess.
Harvested a lot of
I
souls too
suggest
from
we
his
don't wait around to
minions that
find
he kept
out.
raising.
Now, let's get you the Elder Scroll, and you can be on your way.
Oh, now she's in a hurry. Oh, now you're all into this idea, huh? Look at that, not even Dragonborn. Slaying dragons like it's my job. Oh, hey baby.
That's it. That's the last scroll. Come on, let's take it to Dexion.
Okay, let's see. My soul is still trapped though. I'm gonna try
now that you've
to
retrieved the Elder Scroll,
get some of that back.
if there's anything I can do before you depart, you must
Oh right,
let me know.
Dexion. Can you help me get my soul
So
back?
my daughter applied some of the lessons I taught her about necromancy, did she?
Your daughter's a
I think I can
smart
help.
little lady.
Your soul essence was trapped inside a gem. When you and Serana entered the Soul
Okay, I got somebody ringing the doorbell. I'll be right back.
The ideal masters as payment.
I don't know if my wife is still around, but I'm gonna check this out. I'll be right back. All right. There were no crises. The UPS guy. Sorry, Grace guy. UPS for this one. Dropped off our mosquito repellent one night too late. It was supposed to come to yesterday. We had some people over checking out our new patio. We had like a little fire going and everything. It was super nice, but with the weather warming up, that means mosquitoes.
There's an offering altar not terribly far from here.
So we had to run to Home Depot, get some emergency supplies for that. Ended up fine, but now, of course, the repellents show up. Day late and a dollar short.
I'm a daughter of cold harbor.
Oh, you guys had snow? Yeah, it's been in the 90s all week.
That increases Harkon's likelihood.
It's actually been nice though, like low to mid 90s here. It's dry enough that can be comfortable as long as you stay in the shade. But yeah, once it hits triple digits, it's like, it doesn't matter how dry it is, you're just gonna be miserable. It's okay, we let UPS deal with the repellent. That's good. You're like the Farengar of couriers. It's like they're obviously more suited to such menial tasks. It's like, you let us handle the TVs and the sweet sneakers and stuff, and you can handle the mosquito repellent. We'll return for you when we can.
I appreciate your concern for me, but Serana is all that I care about. You must keep her safe at all costs.
Oh yeah, we will do.
Remember that Harkon is not to be trusted. No matter what he promises, he'll.
But you don't want to stay here forever, do you?
What he wants, and promise me you'll keep my daughter safe.
I'll do everything I can.
The only thing of value I have left.
Okay, let's get our soul back. That's the one thing I always try to do before I leave because it's so easy to forget. I don't think that there's any actual drawback to not retrieving your soul. I'm a little hungry. Oh, weakened soul. Here we go. Health, magicka, and stamina recover slowly while in soul cairn and are reduced by 45 points. So once you leave the soul cairn, you're fine. It's more of just a role play thing that feels like a very big loose end that if part of your soul were missing, you probably wouldn't forget about it, I think. So these are usually protected by one of the ideal master gems. So that's why we've been collecting these soul husks, because they give you a temporary respite from getting zapped by those things, and they do drain your health really quickly. So that would be a terrible permadeath to suffer.
Cursed, not dead.
You feeling quite yourself there, Durnavir?
For eternity, trapped between us and Enoch.
You need an ointment or something? You're looking a little worse than normal. Didn't you just try to kill me?
The hostility was necessary.
Goop Speckles, Durnavir.
I was bound to an oath. I believe in civility.
Get it together, friend. Indeed. Pull yourself together. The Bard's signature song is probably Love Her Gently by Tenacious D. I like it.
My claws have rendered
You don't always have to uber hard.
But I have never once
sometimes it's just not right to do. Sometimes you gotta make some love. Fucking give her some smooches too.
Your words do me great honor.
Greatest song ever.
My desire to speak with
In
you
fact, the
was
greatest
born
song in the
from
world,
the
A
result
Tribute,
of our battle.
was not the greatest song in the world because Love Her Gently by Tenacious D is the greatest
to
song
respectfully
in the world.
ask a favor of you.
I went through a Tenacious D phase in high school. Not high school, it was college actually.
For years I've roamed
Found
the
it quite
Soul Cairn
hilarious.
in unintended service to the ideal master. Before
Karn's
this,
next engagement,
I
the Met.
roamed the skies
Yes.
above Tamriel. I desire to return there.
Kind of hard to hear myself saying this, but I don't think I could do Jack Black service with his vocals. He's
fear
actually a
that
pretty
my
good
time
singer,
here
in my
has
opinion.
taken its toll upon me.
It's just a total goofball.
Share a bond with
It's a good phase to go through.
Place. If I ventured far from the Soul Cairn, my strength would begin to wane.
It's a really
until
rocky
I
thing.
Was no more.
No, I was tongue-in-cheek on that. What could I do to help? Probably nothing because I can't shout anyway.
I will place my name with you and grant you the right to call my name from Tamriel. Do me this simple honor, and I will
I can't
fight at
absorb
your
word
side
walls
as
and I
your
can't absorb
Brazemazen,
dragon souls, but
your
maybe I can
ally,
still shout.
and teach you my Thum.
I don't.
Trivial in your mind, perhaps. For me, it would mean
I don't know
a
how this
great
works as a non-dragonborn. I don't think I've ever been through this part.
I don't require an answer, Quinarin. Simply speak my name to the heavens when you feel the time
no.
is right.
That's bad advice. You don't speak Durnavir's name to the heavens. You speak it down in the ground because that's where he comes from. I remember I tried to summon Durnavir for a long time, and he would say to shout his name to the heavens, and then you would try it, and he just wouldn't appear. Let's do a quick save and a reload here, see if I can get his model to appear, because this is bugging me. Oh, it doesn't? Strudel knows. Hey, there he is. In his beautiful, disgusting glory. Ooh, don't stand underneath him. You get dripped on. You get some of that snot on you. And the dry cleaning bill for this leather ensemble here is quite high when you get something gross on it. He oozes indeed. Oh, did he have no eyes? I didn't even notice. Let's go back and see. Okay, so I'm about at the end of my streaming window here. My wife is out getting her nails done, so I don't really have any reason not to keep going. But I do want to retrieve my soul. We'll leave the Soul Cairn, and then I think we'll call it a stream at that point. Does he have no eyes? Or you just can't see his eyes? Maybe he doesn't have eyes. Interesting. Get dripped on, kid. He's gushing for you. He is. Quinarin melted his heart and every other part of him. Moist. Moist. He's moist. He's a little moist. Okay, looks like we're up on top of this little fortress here. Which is fine. This will give us a nice little labyrinth to get through. To cap off the stream, I think this will be a good place. If we can make it through. Let's not take anything for granted. Man, I'm still kind of reveling in the glory of that Durnavir fight. I mean, he liked it too. That was cool. Glad we got to do that on stream. It was a fun experience. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and take the enchanted. I might not have that enchantment yet. That doesn't look familiar, but then again, I feel like I have dozens of enchantments at the moment, and there's no way for me to remember all of them I have.
Where'd you come from?
Oh my god.
trigger.
Had a doppelganger effect there for a second instead of my cursed rune. I think the cursed rune does have a chance to cause a doppelganger to spawn as well. Oh, so speaking of other games, Jedi Survivor comes out next week. I'm stoked for that game. I played Jedi Outcast really late, but it was an awesome game. I'm glad I played it. I'm glad I got to it on my backlog, because it ended up being one of my favorite games that I played in the last 3 years or so. So I'm hoping that game comes out with a little more polish than the first one did, because it took them a little while to finish or to fix up the original release. But yeah, I'm super looking forward to that game. Okay, here's where the soul is. Let's pop a husk. Do I have any soul husk extract? I don't think I picked any up. It does the same thing as the soul husk, but just lasts longer. Nah, I don't think I have any. I feel like the husk would be light. Ah, soul essence. There we go. Regained my soul. Soul is intact. Can go back to the hunting grounds of her scene when I die, or if at some point I feel like being a werewolf isn't fun anymore, I can cure myself. I still have one of the witch heads, I think. Glenmoral witch head. Yep. Still got a couple of them. One for Ayla too if she ever changes her mind, but I doubt that'll happen. Don't really have any ancestors, or I'm not going to be an ancestor. Don't really have any progeny to speak of. Duras doesn't, so that's not he's not gonna probably do the whole Dunmer thing. No, he might have like nieces or nephews or something somewhere, or maybe he has kids he doesn't know about. He is a traveling bard that is often drunk and often horny, so he might have some illegitimate little Dunmer halflings running around. Just trying to think of what happens to Dunmer when they die, and they usually stick around and have.
He doesn't deserve to be in a place like this.
Sorry, don't got the time.
All right then.
He went from being really dramatic to being, all right, whatever. Yeah, so Dunmer, when they die, I would imagine they go to some spirit realm somewhere. But they remain kind of attached to the mortal coil and tend to have an active part in their descendants' lives. So, well, like depending on whether or not we stay a werewolf for the rest of our lives, and end up in the hunting grounds, that could be something we do. End up haunting one of our illegitimate children for eternity. Can't believe you didn't know that about the husks. Yeah, that's that and that one quest where you collect them for that one merchant. Those are the only purposes for the husks. Wow. All right. Yeah, I don't know how I figured it out. I don't know if I read it in an in-game book or saw it on a YouTube video or something. But yeah, the more you know. Learn something new every day. Today I have learneth. Yeah. Okay, that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. It was really fun. That Durnover fight was something else. I'm still kind of stoked about that. Yeah, thanks for joining me. It was fun, as it always is, playing some of my favorite game with some of my favorite people. It was a blast. Yes, it was. That was a blast. Please do, if you did like this video, you just happened across the channel or whatever, hit the like and subscribe button. It really does help my channel out a lot. We're getting very close to that 1,000 subscription mark. Can't wait. It really opens up a lot of things for the channel once we get there. But if you did happen across this channel, do check the links in the description below, because there are a lot of wonderful content creators out there that do things like I do, but with their own little brand, their own humor, their own ways that they play and everything, including The Wind. She streams regularly on Twitch. Her link is in the description below. Icarus has his own YouTube channel. Check that out. He puts out new videos pretty much every single day, I think, and he's got some great character concepts. Go check that out. Great channel there. Mr. B streams on Twitch. 57 Strudel does fanfic. The link to her writing is in the description below. Check that out. Magus80 streams on Twitch as well. His link is in there. Yeah, do that. Have fun. Consume all of the Skyrim, and I will see you around in all the usual places. Thanks, guys. Take care.